Okay, there. YouTube is back too, right? Okay, we good? C King says, "Goddamn, I thought they got you. I tried to render the AI model and it crashed. I don't think even the motion cap is working now because I crashed the driver, I think." Fucking Windows, bro. E-Girls for Ring Car says 150K soon. I was saying the same thing until you said that shit. Kachut! Jupy, you good? Calling Noob, you good? Collodine, you good? 23 minutes until Power Hour. I'm probably not going to be able to kick it all the way through Power Hour. Is there any last minute questions? I almost feel like I want to just I really want to start rendering the Lion AI. Any other questions? You guys okay? Colodine, E-Girl, what's going on? Maestro, what's going on? Fred Manaka, calling noob. Gucci Romo says, "Do you boo boo? It's Friday. We Gucci." Hey, we Gucci my Gucci. Maestro says, "Kimba, what's your view on Spy here?" It's probably the same as this morning and last week, to be honest. Do you need the levels, Maestro? Definitely get caught up if you missed, but not, I mean, it's the same as we've been talking about. It's pixel perfect. Yeah, nothing has really changed too much. Do you have a much more specific question? As long as you know where I'm looking to long and where I'm looking to short, that should be good enough. I'm not caught. I will not lie. Okay, I would definitely get caught up, Maestro. Just depends on how badly you want to know, but yeah. Moon Farm says, "Got to go. Have a great weekend." Have a great weekend, Moon Farm. Choy. Why is my Stream Deck not connected? Let's see if it works. Oh my God, yes, you're the best. I love you. Okay, any other questions? Oh, yeah, so Maestro, what's my view on Spy? If Spy can hold this sort of zone, then it's Bellagio. You lose that, it's going to be a little bit of a problem. I'm confluencing that level with the level that I already have for Bitcoin around the 98 to 100 area. All right? So higher time frame, like that shit needs to hold. Basically like a really fucked up like a trident. However, losing this would be like my first sign of bearishness, because then you've got gaps and you've got imbalances down here. And then that would take me back to our plan from a couple months ago. where we get one more. So all right, Maestro. But you do know that it's CPI next Tuesday, right? And so, are you somebody that is thinking you want rate cuts next month in June or not? It's really easy, I think. You start with, are you somebody that wants rate cuts or you don't want rate cuts in June, right? And then you work your way backwards. Well, you got GDP, and Jerome Powell has said PCE is one of his favorite markers, right? And then before that, you got CPI, which is next Tuesday. So, and then I think last but not least, Maestro, you're sprinkling in a little bit of, is the initial move a debate? Maestro says, what do you want? This is why you got to get caught up, Maestro. You're the only person asking this question. We spent the last 5 hours talking about this. So I don't want to, waste everybody else's time. But definitely rewind and get caught up. We even started with stuff like this. Do you remember in December what we were talking about? We actually started with what we were talking about in December, because I think a lot of people needed a refresher. Oh, the audio is not playing. Wait. Is my audio playing? Oh. So how do I fix this? I don't think I can. Here. It's fine. You guys can hear this? Yeah, but Maestro, here. Watch that. All right, Maestro. You guys can't hear the music either, right? Yeah, my thing is fucked. I think I fucked up a bunch of audio shit. Yeah, the audio is fucked. Maestro. Anyways, so that's the remember when we were in December, we were at 105. Yeah, so we weren't scared we were definitely excited about longing all that shit. All right. Maestro, do you know all of the positions that I'm in? We went over them again earlier in the morning. We go over them every day in the morning. The ETH short, the Sol short, Bitcoin long. I got stopped out in tiny profit on the Bitcoin short from yesterday. We got the Sol short. Did you hear my conversation with Mandalo about if I get stopped out on the Sol short, where my next Sol short is? Remember, everything is talked about. So all you have to do is just care or want to hear it enough, So, any questions, Maestro? Will rewatch was out all day. It's okay. I mean, look. if you've actually been watching me, I didn't do anything that I didn't prepare weeks and months in advance. So you've been here, right, Maestro? So that's the soul short that we've had for weeks and months, right? If I was to get the home run TP, Maestro, you already know what my TP is on this, right? So we spent like 6 hours explaining what this box was and why it's meaningful and why after we nuke, when we come back up, it's going to be important. Right? So we talked about this box, I think it's January. So 4 months ago, we drew this box and we said, if it goes down to 95, remember that long? I closed the whole thing, the 95 long. That was all live too. And then this is the level. So that's easy. Remember ETH? I haven't changed any of these levels for months. So this is ETH. Yeah, any questions, Maestro? Nokoi says, any clips of the short for which one? Soul? Let's see. This, so January is when you want to go back. Yeah, is when we drew and explained the box. This day, I believe, is when we did the box. So sometime between January 13th and December 20th is when we drew this box. And we started talking about if it loses it, it's the bearish retest that we're going to be playing. And then as we got here, so you can take a look at the April 24th highlight, the May 2nd highlight, and we're talking about this as a potential, this. So look, you can actually even see it. So we identified this area as bad highs. So we had a short. If it closes below, obviously it didn't. Then the next place to short was VWAP, and then the next place to short is up there. And I think I draw it like this. So if you watch the April 29th, April 22nd, that whole week, you'll see me drawing this. 3 of these. All right, brother? Yeah, but again, like, it's going to just come down to levels, brother. Like, you either have this level or you don't. You either have the anchor VWAP or you don't. You either have the swing fail identified or you don't. But to say I would short if I SFP'd here, I think that's fair. I think to say I want to short the VWAP, I think that's fair. And I think to say I want to short the bearish retest, I think that's fair. But none of these levels are that extraordinarily difficult to find, and none of these short ideas are that extraordinarily difficult to understand. So all I'm doing is identifying levels, and I'm anticipating, did we get a swing fail? No. Did we get structure here, like a failed auction? No. This is the first place where we're getting it. Look what it looks like. I pulled the fib earlier. So if you want to maximize profits on this short, where should you get stopped out? If you want to not get stopped out, where do you need to put your stop loss? Where should you start shaving? It's all like math, right? So do you have levels identified? Do you? I mean, the short idea comes with just having the levels, brother. Some people might not be in a short, but they might want to take the short. So they already closed their short already, and they're going to try to get filled at golden pocket or 7.5. Some people, they understand that doing something like this on a Friday, that makes it prime for that shit to get swept. Okay? So instead of shorting there, some people are going to wait for it to lose this golden pocket. They're going to go like this. Oops. And some people are going to wait for something like this. Golden pocket, bounce, nuke, take it, stop loss. And then as soon as it does this, since you know that all you're guaranteed is a local low, and I feel like this has happened a lot, hasn't it? As soon as you break and make that lower low, you put your stop loss at break even. You could actually do it when you break this. But if you're really bullish, you're going to do whatever. If you're bearish, you're going to do whatever. But there's always a trade, no koi. And I don't do anything beyond basic strategy. So a lot of this just comes down to, do you know how to find levels? Do you know basic strategy? Do you know how to manage risk? Can you remember what happened last Friday? Kachoy? All right. But no koi. I'm not doing anything that you can't do, my guy. You feel me? I'm just fibbing, dude. I'm identifying resistances that should be support or support that should be resistance. I'm pulling fibs. I'm anchoring VWAP. I'm finding bad highs for sweep structure. Everybody should be able to do all this shit. So that's why I tell you guys, it's not, you don't need to show up and ask me if I'm long or short. If you know how I interpret data, you should be able to tell me where I'm short, where I'm long, and for how much, and what my invalidation is. It shouldn't really be that hard. But Joy? There's always another trade. You know, it depends. Like, do you want to babysit this shit all night tonight, or you want to just not look at charts and enjoy the weekend? Well, then don't take that 7.5 short. ¿Cachai? No Koi says, yeah, that's what matters to me. That's why I wanted the clip to see. I got you. Yeah. But all that shit we talked about before, No Koi. So let me know if you can't find it, but it's all there. Anything else you guys want to talk about? You guys good? I love you guys, man. I can't do the clapping sound because my audio is fucked. Actually, you know what? Let me restart this. Hold on.